There's a specific kind of heartbreak that hits different when the people who loved you the most can point to what happened, and still nothing moves. No charges, no courtroom, no answers that stick. Tonight, we're in Detroit, on the city's west side, near the intersection of Indiana Avenue and Tierman, where 22-year-old Jackquline Denise Joseph was shot and killed on December 28th, 2023.
And the most haunting detail, according to her father, Jackquline was recording what was happening on her phone, a moment that should have been evidence, clarity, a straight line to justice, somehow becomes another layer of why hasn't this been resolved? This case sits in that brutal space where a community has whispers, officials have process, and the outcome remains at a standstill.
The emergency.
No problem. All units standby. I'm at the corner of Pleasant Hill and John Young Turnpike. 1519 East 18.
This is Crime Solvers Central. I'm Charlie.
I'm Jace, and this is the unresolved killing of Jackquline Joseph.
Here's the clean overview, and then we'll walk it carefully. On December 28th, 2023, Jackquline Joseph, 22 years old, was shot in the chest near Indiana and Tierman on Detroit's west side. Police confirmed the shooting occurred around 5:30 p.m.
Her father, Claude Joseph, told reporters he believes the shooting grew out of a long-standing family dispute, even describing it as an ongoing social media argument. His words were, basically, a Facebook beef.
He says Jackquline and her sister were called to a home on the 8100 block of Indiana Avenue, and that Jackquline was filming as the argument escalated.
What happens next is the part that turns this from tragedy into a huge question mark. According to Detroit police, 2 people were detained and a woman was arrested. Police also recovered at least 1 gun, and a warrant package was submitted to the prosecutor's office the day after the shooting.
And yet, by October 15th, 2024, Jackquiline's father was still publicly saying no one had been charged and that the case remained unresolved.
So, what happened between detained and charged? That's where the system details matter.
The thing that is so frustrating for Claude Joseph Jr. is that he has actually seen the video of his daughter being shot in the chest by her killer. The problem for him is he says he's not gotten enough cooperation from investigators to crack the case, and that's just heartbreaking. We, of course, would never show you the moment someone's life was tragically taken. But the father of a young woman killed says this video depicts the moments just before his daughter's murder.
We're at wit's end. I mean, what are we supposed to do here?
Claude Joseph Jr. wants the person who took his daughter's life behind bars. The person he says is holding the gun in this video.
It's captured all on her phone. That's why I don't understand why haven't she been prosecuted, detained, or anything.
Before we go any further, we always try to say this out loud. Jackquline Joseph was not just a headline, not just a case number. She was a person, 22 years old, someone whose life mattered and who should still be here.
Her services took place in January 2024, which speaks to how immediate this grief was. Fresh, raw, and then forced to stretch into months and years of waiting.
And when a family is stuck in the waiting room of the justice system, it changes everything. How people sleep, how they trust, how they move through the world.
In one Fox 2 report, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office gave a very specific explanation. They said they received a warrant request, but it was denied because there wasn't sufficient evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the suspect was not acting in self-defense.
And they also said they asked the police for further investigation. and that they were waiting on additional information to be submitted for further review.
That's a key detail, because in cases like this, the gap between an arrest happened and charges get authorized can be exactly this. Prosecutors saying, we can't file what we can't prove.
And that's where this case becomes both deeply personal and painfully procedural.
All right, next we're going to lay out the timeline, what's been publicly reported, and the points where things appear to have stalled.
Let's pin the major markers. December 28, 2023. Jackquline is shot and killed near Indiana and Tierman on Detroit's west side. Police confirm the time is around 5:30 p.m.
Early reporting frames it as a family feud situation, with her father describing an ongoing dispute and saying that Jackquline was filming the incident on her cell phone.
Detroit police say 2 people were detained and a woman was arrested. There's also reporting that at least 1 gun was recovered and a warrant package was submitted to the prosecutor quickly, within a day.
Then we get a major "why are we still here" moment. The prosecutor's office later says a warrant request was denied due to insufficient evidence to overcome a self-defense claim, and they requested further investigation.
And by October 15th, 2024, her father tells Click on Detroit there have still been no arrests leading to charges. And he talks about witnesses and video existing.
This is one of those cases where you can feel the friction between 2 realities. The family's reality is, we believe we know what happened. We believe there's video. We believe there were witnesses. We believe our daughter didn't have a weapon.
And the system's reality, at least as described as publicly, is even if we suspect someone, we have to be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt the person was not acting in self-defense.
That phrase, beyond a reasonable doubt, is the mountain that detectives must somehow climb.
And self-defense introduces a very specific set of questions. What was the threat? Who advanced? Was a weapon seen? Was it reasonable? Was there a duty to retreat? What do witnesses say? What does video show? And what does it not show?
Also, witness reluctance is real. In the Click on Detroit piece, Claude Joseph talks about people not wanting to get involved, and him trying to gather information anyway.
Which matters, because if the only people who know the full story are scared, or are related, or trying to protect themselves, cases can freeze in place.
Let's talk about the phone video, because viewers hear it's on video and assume that means it's open and shut.
But videos can be messy evidence. It can be partial. It can start late. It can miss the lead up. It can shake, blur, lose audio. It can show impact, but not intent.
And there's another layer here. Fox 2 quoted Claude Joseph saying he had seen video of his daughter being shot, and he didn't understand why the suspected shooter hadn't been prosecuted.
So if that video exists, the questions become, who has the original file? Is the chain of custody intact? Does it show the moments that matter for a self-defense analysis? Does it capture what happened before the shot?
And if a prosecutor is saying insufficient to overcome self-defense, that can mean the video may show the shot, but not what they need to prove the shot was unlawful.
Which is maddening for a family, because I saw what happened doesn't always equal I can prove it in court.
In a minute, we're going to move into a theory period, not to sensationalize, not to accuse, but to outline plausible explanations for why this case is stuck and what kinds of information typically break a logjam like this.
And we're going to keep it respectful. No doxing, no naming uncharged individuals, and no internet mob energy. This is about truth and accountability done the right way.
December, 22-year-old Jackquline Joseph was shot in the chest on Indiana near Tyerman. At the time, police told me 2 people were detained. One of those people, a woman, was arrested. Police also say a day after the shooting, a warrant package was submitted to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office and police recovered at least 1 weapon. Dad said the way this whole thing started is his daughter was called to the area. So basically they invited them over here basically over a beef, is that?
Yes, over a beef.
Dad is certain he knows what happened, but so far no one has been brought to justice.
The most direct explanation is also the one the prosecutor's office basically points towards. Self-defense is the wall. If someone says, "I feared for my life," it forces investigators and prosecutors into a very exacting proof problem. They must show that claim doesn't hold up beyond a reasonable doubt.
That could come down to small details. Distance. Who moved first? What was said? Who else was present? Whether anyone else was armed? And what a reasonable person would believe in that moment.
Even with video, it may not include the critical seconds that establish context. If the recording starts mid-chaos, the defense can argue we're missing what triggered the shot.
And the prosecution can't build a case on "we assume the lead-up was unjustified." They need to prove it.
When conflicts are inside families or close circles, the witness problem can be brutal. People don't want to testify against relatives. People fear retaliation. People don't want their own behavior scrutinized.
Click on Detroit describes Claude Joseph saying many neighbors and witnesses didn't want to get involved, and that he felt forced to rely on police.
That's exactly the environment where cases stall. Everybody knows something, but very few are willing to say it clearly, on the record.
I think this is one of those rare cases where all of the theories might be true.
I agree, Jace. If you're watching this video on YouTube, let us know if you have any theories of your own in the comments. Here's what we know for sure. Jackquline Joseph was killed on December 28, 2023. Her father has been public about believing there's video and witnesses. Police detained people early on. A warrant request was denied due to evidentiary standards around self-defense, with further investigation requested. And as of October 2024, her family was still waiting for charges.
Waiting doesn't mean hopeless, but it does mean pressure matters. Attention matters. And tips, real tips, matter.
If you know something, anything, about what happened near Indiana and Tyerman on December 28, 2023, or if you have information about the dispute leading up to it, you can do a few things.
1. You can contact Crime Stoppers. In Fox 2 coverage, the family asked anyone with details to call 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
2. If you're local and you have direct information that law enforcement needs, reach out to the Detroit Police Department through official channels and reference Jackquline Joseph's homicide. They can be reached on their non-emergency number at 313-267-4600.
3. If you're worried about retaliation, ask about anonymous reporting options. Crime Stoppers exists for a reason.
And 4. If you have something that you think matters, but you're unsure where it fits, you can also submit it to Crime Solvers Central. Our website and channel exists to keep cases visible, keep details organized, and help the right information find its way to the right hands.
Also, please consider subscribing to our channel and signing up for notifications so that you'll be notified whenever we release a new video.
Jackquline Joseph deserved more time. Her family deserves answers. And Detroit deserves a system that can move cases like this from everybody knows to we can prove it.
If this episode hit you, Share it. Keep her name in the conversation. And if you know something, say something. This is Crime Solver Central. I'm Jace.
And I'm Charlie. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and stay loud.